The following is a presentation of the Eagles Sports Network.
Andrew Rogers here on the Eagles Sports Network with head coach Michael Graves after his team knocks off Concord in a doubleheader to open up the season, winning the first game 7-1, the second game 4-1. Coach, mixture of a little bit of everything. Good offense, good defense, good pitching all around. Dissect this doubleheader sweep today to open up the year.
Got 2 wins. That's the important thing. I told the girls, after the games, do I think we were clicking on all cylinders? Absolutely not, but we did do some good things. Most important thing is we didn't walk anybody all day in a doubleheader. So hats off to Sarah, hats off to her pitchers, and that's huge. Had 10 strikeouts combined, 0 walks. And then offensively, and we harp on this all the time at practice, we want to take more walks than we strike out, and I think we did that by a good amount today.
You mentioned the pitching and 10 combined strikeouts, two freshmen out there, making their debuts. What did you see from those two besides command of the strike zone and that sort of thing to get the job done and hold this team to 1 earned run on the 2 games in the 14 innings?
I think they both did a really good job. Do I think it's their best performance that they've had? Because I think they pitched great in the fall, and they had some big games against D1 schools, and they did well. But I think, the first game that actually counts, maybe some little nerves and stuff, but both of those girls are going to be tremendous, and they're going to be assets to our program.
You talked about the offense, and there were a couple of different new players to this team that made a big impact. A home run from the Eastern Kentucky State transfer, Brooke Mataskovsky, in that first game. The freshman, Macaulay Bailey, had 4 hits today, drove in 3 runs. What did you see from those 2 players specifically coming into the program and be able to make an impact right away?
Both of them have a lot of power, and they're going to go well with, the Hayden Dyes and the Macy Hughes that we have returning in the middle of our lineup. So Macaulay likes to hit the long ball, and she wasn't getting a lot of air underneath the ball, so that's bothering her a little bit. But, when you have 3 hits in game 1, you have a bunch of RBIs, I'll take it. Brooke's got a lot of power, and she sits on off speed well, and, she had a couple hits there opposite field off those, so she's just a very good hitter.
Final question for you. It seemed like, yes, the team didn't click on all 3 cylinders at some point, but after the early 2 errors, the defense seemed to make some really good plays. I can think of a couple of good infield snags, a couple of diving catches in the outfield. How was this team able to just click, even after a few errors early on that allowed that early run, to be able to help shut out Concord, especially there in Game 2 down the stretch?
I fielded a lot of questions about how our defense was going to be before, back in the fall. And, we lost 2 All-American middle infielders. We lost an All-Region center fielder, and that's tough to lose. But I thought they played very, very well, and we're dealing with a lot of injuries. Not like softball-related, but just like some sore muscles and some stuff like that. I've got a middle infielder we got to get in the game more, and we got to play a couple different outfielders to rest some people. So that's good when you've got 12, 13 people that you can just plug in a bunch of different positions and go with it. So that helps a lot.
Heading into the weekend, you got a bunch of games coming up and really a month long away from home. You're going to go on the road. How important was it to get these 2 wins? Maybe not play great, but to get 2 wins, find ways to win, and do it in really all 3 phases.
Well, we talked about that after the game as well. It was great to get our pitchers a game under their belt before we go, on the road and play some games. So that was huge for us. We have killed the ball in the batting cages for a couple of weeks now. We've hit the ball well when we've entered squad. I don't think we hit the ball today as well as we normally would. Maybe it was just the first game jitter, so hopefully we got it out of the way. But I expect a lot of things from this offense.
Congrats on the first 2 wins.
Thank you.
That's head coach Michael Graves. I'm Andrew Rogers for the Eagles Sports Network.